we're going to come to an easy seated position. And so remember that you can elevate your hips or sit in any way that supports you. And so we're going to allow our sits bones to connect with the surface beneath us, as we then allow our spine to lengthen, lifting up and off of our base. We'll close our eyes and let our arms rest down by our side. We're just going to take a moment and start to turn our attention to the fact of our breath. Taking a moment to begin to notice what's here and present. So you begin to notice the quality of your breath, the depth of your breath. First, without changing it too much, although recognizing that as soon as you bring your attention to it, it will begin to subtly change. And so as we begin to sit with our breath, we begin to make our breath a more intentional process. Starting to invite both our inhale and our exhale in and out through our nose, if our nose allows. We'll start to find what we call a 3-part breath, allowing our upper chest, our lower chest, and our belly to expand with each breath in. With each breath out, we reverse that. We pull our low belly in. We pull our ribs down and let our chest draw down. So we take our time to find a long, slow, deep breath that we can maintain. And this will be the breath that will guide our movement. But more importantly, it becomes a breath that we use as a place for our mind to focus. So if we feel our mind wandering, we notice it. We let it go and we come back to the sound and the feel of our breath. So take a moment to then set an intention for your practice this morning if you so choose. And allow yourself to connect with your gratitude. And as you're ready, we'll gently start to move. So we're going to let our chin drop down towards our chest. And then we'll take an inhale as we gently lift our chin, opening through our throat. As we exhale, we'll drop our chin. And as we inhale, we'll lift it. And with each consecutive breath, you'll start to make the movement a little bit smaller. So you start to round your upper back and then extend it. And then you start to move towards your mid back. And then you start to move down a little lower, starting to incorporate more of your spine. We'll do that a few times, making it as big as feels good in this moment. And then we'll rise back up. We'll take a deep breath in as we sweep our arms high. And as we exhale, we'll take a side bend. We'll bring one arm down as we open through our rib. We'll take an inhale as we restack, lifting up. And as we exhale, we bend. As we inhale, we'll lift up, lengthening, reaching. And as we exhale, we bend. Inhaling, we'll lift up. And exhaling, we bend. We'll do that one more time, each direction. And then we'll take an inhale as we sweep back up, lifting. And as we exhale, we'll take a twist. We'll sit up a little bit taller with our inhale. We'll stay in this twist and then add a side bend. So you're going to reach your back arm up and overhead, allowing your side body to lengthen a little bit more. Noticing how your experience changes. Start to invite this sense of cooling and grounding into your system as we move today. Then we'll release that. We'll take an inhale as we reach back up through the center. And as we exhale, we'll switch sides. And again, we'll stay in the twist for a moment, Sitting up a little bit taller with our inhale. Gently deepening our twist with our exhale. And then you'll lift your back arm, taking a little bit of a side bend. Stay here for a few breaths. Using your breath to explore. And then we'll unwind. We'll come back to the center and reach high. And as we exhale, we'll release our arm. Then we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. So we'll find a butterfly position. We'll sit up as tall as we can. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. Doesn't matter how low you go or don't go. If you're sitting on something that's too high, you may want to come off of it. Just take a few deep breaths. Try and relax into your hips. And then we'll lift our chest. If you can, you're going to bring your hands to your legs. If that doesn't work in your body, then you don't have to. So we're going to fold right back forward. And then we're going to start to take a little bit of a twist. So your hands can be on the floor if it doesn't work for your hands to be on your leg. So we're going to be moving through a hip class today, doing a lot of hip openers. It's a place where we store a lot of emotion and tension. It's a place that tightens if we're pretty sedentary. And so we're going to offer this idea of cooling. This place that stores a lot of heat and tension. And then once you're even, you'll come back to the center. And we're going to come over to our hands and knees. So you'll find your way over to all fours. Wrists under your shoulders and knees under your hips. We'll take an inhale as we drop our belly and lift our chest. And as we exhale, we send our spine high. As we inhale, we'll drop our belly, lifting our heart, lifting our gaze. And as we exhale, we'll pull our navel in, rounding our spine up. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll come back to the center. We'll draw a few big circles. We'll shift our way forward. We'll inhale as we roll down our right hip. And exhaling, we'll roll up our left. You can make your circles as big or as small as you'd like them to be. And then we'll find a good stopping point and we'll switch our direction. So we'll roll down our left hip and we'll roll up our right, noticing where you experience tension and tightness, to your hips, to your back, or anywhere else you may experience it. Then we'll come back to the center and we'll find our child's pose. Your knees can be together or your knees can be apart. You'll let your spine softly round forward. Try and relax through your whole upper body. And then we'll come back up to our hands and knees. We're going to take our left leg out to the side. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest, reaching our left arm up. And as we exhale, we'll press our hips back as we reach our left arm overhead. We'll take an inhale as we rise up, lifting our chest. And as we exhale, we'll press back. And we'll do that a couple more times. Again, taking your time. The next time you press back, you'll stay back. Take a few deep breaths. It's okay if you don't go all the way down. Try and invite this idea of cooling, softening, and grounding into those places where you feel resistance. And then we'll rise back up and we'll switch sides. So we'll take our right leg out to the side. We'll take an inhale as we reach our right arm up, opening our chest. As we exhale, we'll take our hips back as we reach overhead. We'll take an inhale as we rise up, reaching up. And as we exhale, we press back. We'll do that a couple more times. Again, moving in a way that supports. The next time you sit back, you'll stay back. You'll take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to come back up. And now we're going to start to walk our knees out a little bit wider, not quite as wide as a frog pose. We're going to take an inhale as we open our chest. And then as we exhale, we'll start to press our hips back. We'll inhale as we come up. And as we exhale, we'll start to press back. And again, the degree to which you go back is going to vary depending upon what's best for you. So it's okay if you don't go all the way down. We'll do that one more time. And then we'll stay in our wide-legged child's pose. So knees wider than your hips. Let your chest come down. Take a few deep breaths, exploring how your experience changes. Inviting this idea of cooling and grounding to your hips, to your low back. And then we'll rise back up. We'll bring our knees back in line with our hips. We'll start to take our hips high and our heels low, finding our downward dog. We'll find a nice long spine and openness through the backs of our legs. Then we'll take an inhale as we lift our heels, and as we exhale, we'll guide our heels down. We'll do that a few more times. Feel the base of your feet and find a sense of connection and appreciation. And then take a moment and kind of pedal out your leg. Let your hips sway a little if that feels okay with your back. And then we'll come back to the center. We'll walk or step our feet up to meet our hands. We'll inhale as we find a long neutral spine, and as we exhale, we'll fold forward. We take a moment allowing ourselves to hang. If it feels good to sway, we allow ourselves to sway. And then we'll take an inhale, rising to standing, we'll sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come to our heart. We'll take an inhale as we reach up. And as we exhale, we fold forward. Then we inhale to a long spine, and as we exhale, we'll walk or step or jump back. We'll find our plank. Knees up or knees down, we take a breath in. And as we exhale, we bend our elbow. As we inhale, we slide forward, lifting our heart. And as we exhale, we'll come back to our downward dog. We take a few deep breaths. We feel the flow of our breath. And with the flow of our breath, we invite this sense of cooling. Then we'll walk or step or jump our feet back up to meet our hands. We inhale to a long spine. And exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing. We sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come to our heart. We'll take a deep breath in, reaching, lifting. And as we exhale, we fold forward. We inhale to a long spine. And exhaling, we'll walk or step or jump back. We'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, we bend our elbow. As we inhale, we lift our chest. And as we exhale, we return to our downward dog. And again, we pause. We use the flow of our breath to find connection and gratitude. We use the flow of our breath to change our physiology. And we soften our knees and look forward to walk or step or jump. We inhale to a long spine, and exhaling, we fold. Inhaling, we'll rise to standing, we sweep high. And exhaling, our hands come back to heart center. We'll take a deep breath in, reaching, lifting. And exhaling, we fold. We inhale to a long spine. And exhaling, we'll walk or step or jump back. We take a breath in. And exhaling, we lower. Inhaling, our heart lifts. And as we exhale, we come back to our downward dog. And again, we pause. We use our breath to explore the present moment. Let everything else go. And then we'll walk or step or jump our feet to our hands. We inhale to a long spine, and exhaling, we'll fold. We'll take an inhale as we rise to standing, we'll sweep high. And exhaling, our hands return to our heart. Then we'll take an inhale, reaching, lifting. And as we exhale, we fold forward. This time we'll shift our weight to our right foot. We'll step our left foot back. So we'll come in to our lunge. We'll keep our left hand down, and on our next exhale, we'll twist to our right. We'll stay here for a few moments. You can always set your back knee down if that serves you more. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest, and as we exhale, we'll straighten our right leg as we release the twist. We'll take an inhale as we sink into our hips, opening our chest. As we exhale, we'll straighten our leg as we release our twist. We'll do that a few more times. Let your breath be your guide. And then we'll release that. We'll sink back in to our hips. We'll set our back knee down softly. We'll take an inhale as we lift our chest, reaching up. And then as we exhale, we'll bring our chest down. We'll do that a few more times. We'll take an inhale as we reach up, lifting, lengthening. And as we exhale, we'll bring our chest down. As we inhale, we'll rise up, lifting up. And exhaling, we bring our chest down. Inhaling, we'll rise back up. Exhaling, we'll bring our chest down. Then we'll find our pyramid stance. We'll straighten both legs, narrowing our base. We'll take an inhale as we rise to standing. Then we'll take our hands back, hooking onto whatever we can hold. We'll take an inhale as we lift our chest. And as we exhale, we'll take a fold forward. Inhaling, we'll root through our feet and rise to standing, our heart lifting. And exhaling, we fold forward. And again, you'll move at your own pace, offering the sense of cooling where you feel resistance and tension. The next time you fold forward, we'll come down and stay down. We'll take a few deep breaths. Try and relax where you feel a need to push. And then we'll gently step our left foot up to meet our right. We'll take a moment to hang. If it feels good to sway, allow yourself to sway. And we'll take an inhale. We'll rise up into our chair pose. And as we exhale, we'll fold right back forward. We'll do that a few more times. We'll lift our chest as we sink back into our hips. And as we exhale, we'll straighten our legs and fold towards them. We'll do that a couple more times. Then you'll stay in the forward fold. You'll lengthen your spine. You'll shift your weight to your left. You'll bring your right foot back, finding your lunge. We'll keep our right hand down and we'll take a twist open to our left. We'll stay here for a few breaths. You're always welcome to set your back knee down if you would like. And then we'll start to move. We'll take an inhale as we open our chest. As we exhale, we'll straighten our leg as we fold towards it. We'll take an inhale as we sink into our hips, opening our chest. And as we exhale, we'll straighten our leg as we fold towards it. We'll do that a few more times, letting your breath be your guide. Then you'll sink back in to your hips. We'll set our right knee down softly. We'll start to move our spine. So we'll take an inhale as we lift our chest, reaching up. And as we exhale, we'll bring our chest down. As we inhale, we'll lift our chest up 5 more lengths through the front of your body. And as you exhale, you find your deep core as you round. Inhaling, we'll rise up. Exhaling, chest down. Inhaling, we'll rise up. Exhaling, we'll bring our chest down. We'll find our pyramid stance. So we'll narrow our base. Straightening both legs, we'll rise to standing. We'll take our arms back, hooking on to whatever we can hold. We'll inhale as we lift our chest and shoulder. And as we exhale, we fold forward. Inhaling, we root through our feet and rise, our heart lifting. And exhaling, we fold. And again, you move in a way that allows yourself to offer a sense of cooling. So even when you feel heat building, can you find a bit of softness? The next time you fold forward, you'll stay down. You can keep your arms bound or relax them. Take a few deep breaths. Offering cooling where you feel resistance. And then we'll gently step our right foot forward to meet our left. We'll come back to our forward fold. Allow yourself to hang. Take a moment and rebalance between your sides. And then we'll inhale as we bend our knees, sinking back in to our chair. And as we exhale, we'll straighten our legs and fold. As we inhale, we'll bend our knees, we'll lift our chest. As we exhale, we'll straighten our legs and fold. And we'll do that a few more times. Last one. Then we'll fold forward. We'll take an inhale, lengthening our spine. And as we exhale, we'll plant our hands and walk or step or jump back. We'll take a breath in. And exhaling, we bend our elbow. As we inhale, our heart lifts. And as we exhale, we'll come back to our downward dog. This time we'll lift our right leg. If it feels good to bend your knee and open your hip, you're welcome to. But don't force it. And then we'll square our hips. We'll take a big step through. We'll open to our warrior 2. So you're going to bend your right knee. You'll sink into your hips and reach your arms out. We'll take an inhale as we flip our right palm up, reversing our warrior. And as we exhale, we'll find our side angle. And we'll do that several times. As we inhale, we lift up and reach back. And as we exhale, we hinge forward. Inhaling, we lift up and reach back. And exhaling, we hinge. We'll do that 2 more times. The next time you hinge forward, you'll stay there. You'll take a few deep breaths. Again, finding that place where you can balance ease and effort. So if you feel too much heat and resistance, offer a bit of ease, comfort, and cooling. And then we're going to start to move. So we're going to straighten our right leg, finding our triangle. And then as we exhale, we'll bend our knee and sink back into our hip. You can take your hand or your forearm wherever you need it. And so move with your own breath. Again, finding a balance. The next time you find your triangle, you'll stay there. You'll take a few deep breaths, find length through your spine, and openness through your chest. Allow yourself to invite cooling, comfort, and ease if you feel like you're pushing too hard. And then we'll arrive to standing. We'll bring our right foot in so it's parallel with our left. We'll stand up nice and tall. We'll take an inhale as we reach high. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. You'll come down to whatever degree is available for you. Allow yourself to decompress. And then we'll lengthen our spine. We'll bring our left hand down to a block or the mat, and we'll take a twist open to our right. And again, we'll stay here. We find length from the crown of our head to our tailbone, using our breath to invite spaciousness. And then we'll release the twist. We'll bring our right hand down as we spiral open to our left. And again, we'll stay here, pausing. And then we'll release the twist. We'll inhale and rise back up to standing. Then we'll take our right toes to the short edge of our mat, returning to our warrior two. So we bend our right knee as we sink in to our hip. Then we'll let our hands come down to frame our foot. We'll square our hip. We'll set our left knee down softly. And this time we'll lift our chest, but we'll stay. So you can keep your hands down. You can bring your hands up. You can use any props that support your experience. And if you feel yourself pushing too hard, if you feel a lot of resistance or expectation, invite cooling, comfort, and softness. And then we'll bring our hands down. We'll walk our foot out slightly. If you'd like to turn your knee and your toes open, you can. Then you can stay up on your hands, or you can bring your forearms down to a block or the mat. You find a degree that's available and appropriate for you. And we'll stay. And then we'll come back up to our hands. We'll turn our knee and our toes forward if we turn them out. We'll pick our left knee up. We take a moment and find length. And then we'll step forward and fold. We'll shift our weight into our left foot. We'll cross our right ankle behind our left, trying to line up our pinky toes. Remember, you don't have to touch the ground, so you can lift your chest as much as you need to. And then we'll uncross our ankle. We'll take an inhale and rise back up to standing. We'll sweep high. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come to our heart. And then we're going to come into a balance pose. So if you want to grab a wall or a chair or have something close by, feel free to do so. And you're going to have a few options. So we're going to ground through our left. Your first option is to cross your right ankle above your left knee and then start to sit back into a chair. Your next option is to start to bring your heel towards your hip crease. And as you do so, you're going to draw your knee down towards the ground. So again, this rotation is from your hip. You don't want to feel torquing in your knee. If you're here comfortably, then you can start to fold forward, bringing your hands down to a block, to the mat. If you want to test your balance, you can keep your hands up. If your shoulders allow you to bind, you can bring your right arm around to grab your foot. But remember, we're not here to find the deepest expression of our pose today. We're here to find a bit of cooling and balance, to release some of the tension that we're storing in our hip. So then if you folded forward, you want to lift your chest back up. And wherever you are, you'll start to come out of the posture, releasing your right leg back down to meet your left. We'll stand up nice and tall. We'll take an inhale and we'll sweep our arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll fold forward. We'll inhale to a long spine, and as we exhale, we'll walk or step or jump back. We'll take a breath in, and exhaling, we lower. As we inhale, we lift our heart, and as we exhale, we'll come back to our downward dog. This time, we'll lift our left leg. If it feels good to open your hip, then do so. And then we'll square our hips and take a big step through, opening to our warrior two. So you'll take a moment and sink in to your hips. Then we'll take an inhale, we'll reverse our warrior, lifting our left arm, we laterally bend our spine. And as we exhale, we'll hinge forward. You'll do that at your own pace, moving with your own breath, inviting a sense of cooling and calmness. And then you'll come to your side angle and you'll stay. Any arm variation you would like. We'll take a few deep breaths, exploring our experience. And then we're going to start to move between our side angle and a triangle. So we'll start to straighten our left leg. Then we'll bend our knee as we sink back into our hips. And again, you can take your arms, where you'd like them. You can move them or you can keep them in one place. So the next time you find your triangle, you'll stay in it. Take a few deep breaths, exploring your experience, inviting coolness where you feel too much heat. And then we'll rise up. We'll turn our left foot in so it's parallel with our right. We'll take an inhale as we reach high. And as we exhale, we'll take our wide-legged forward fold. And again, we come down to whatever degree feels good. We'll take a few deep breaths. And then we'll lengthen our spine. We'll bring our left hand down. And we'll take a twist open to our right. We'll stay here for a few moments, deepening your twist with each out breath. And then we'll release the twist. We'll bring our right hand down. We'll spiral open to our left. Again, we go to whatever degree serves us. And then we'll release the twist. We'll rise back up to standing. We'll take our left toes back to the short edge of our mat, finding our warrior two. And then we'll bring our hands down to meet the mat. We'll square our hips. We'll set our right knee down softly. And we'll begin to lift our chest. Again, you can keep your hands down or you can lift them up. So find a position that serves you, where you can use your breath and offer some cooling, where you feel resistance and heat. And then we'll bring our chest down. We'll bring our hands to the inside of our foot. If you want to turn your left knee and your left toes open, you can. Then you can stay up on your hands or you can come down to your forearm. You choose. Again, you allow yourself to relax into it. And then we'll lift our chest. We'll turn our knee and our toes back forward if we turn them out. We'll pick our right knee up, find length through the front of our body. And then as we exhale, we'll step forward and fold. We'll shift our weight into our right foot and we'll cross our left ankle behind our right, trying to line up our pinky toes as close to one another as we can. We let our chest round forward. We take a few moments. And then we'll uncross our ankle. We'll take an inhale and we'll rise to standing. We'll sweep back up. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands come to our heart. So again, we'll come into our balance pose. So if you'd like to move or grab some assistance, you're welcome to. We're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Find a nice, strong right standing leg. And then your first option is to cross your left ankle above your right knee. Press your hips back. You can stay there. Any arm variation you'd like. Your next option is to start to bring your left heel towards your hip crease. Let your left knee drop down towards the mat. Remembering that the movement is from your hip, not from your knee. If you're here comfortably, then you can start to fold forward. But again, you never have to. So find a place that's available and appropriate, where you can use your breath to find balance, to offer cooling if you feel heat and resistance. And then we'll gently release. We'll rise back up. We lift our chest. And then we step out. We'll come back to a place of balance. We'll take an inhale, reaching up and overhead. And as we exhale, we fold forward. We inhale to a long spine. And as we exhale, we'll walk or step or jump back. We find our plank. And as we exhale, we bend our elbows. As we inhale, we lift our chest. And as we exhale, we return to our downward dog. Then we'll lift our right leg. And as we exhale, we'll find our pigeon. We'll guide our shin forward as we sink in to our hips. Then we can keep our chest lifting, or we can bring our chest down. You're always welcome to use any props for support or to come onto your back, crossing your right ankle above your left knee. You find a place where you can stay, where you can offer cooling, where you feel heat, where you can offer spaciousness, where you feel restriction. And then we'll gently release. You can press back to a downward dog or a child's pose. If you're on your back, you can stay there. You take a moment to shake out your legs and your hips. And then as you're ready, you'll switch sides. So we'll lift our left leg. We'll guide our shin forward. We'll sink in to our hips. Again, you're welcome to come onto your back. If that's a better version, you can place anything under your hip that you would like for support. Your chest can be lifting, or you can bring your chest down. You find a place where you can stay and breathe, where your breath can be an offering to create change. And then again, we'll gently release. So take your time. You can come back to a downward dog or a child's pose. If you're on your back, you can pull your knees in. And then we'll find our way down onto our back if we're not already there. So take your time to come down. You'll pull your knees gently in to your chest. We'll take a moment to massage our back, rocking a little from side to side or forward and back. And then we'll bring our feet down flat. We'll take an inhale as we press into our feet. Really squeeze your hamstrings and glutes. Let the front of your hips open. Let your chest open. And as we exhale, we'll roll down, articulating our spine, trying to gently stretch and massage our back. We'll take an inhale as we lift. And as we exhale, we roll down. We'll do that a couple more times. And then we'll let our hips come down to stay. We'll walk our feet out a little bit wider than our hips, so about a mat width apart, approximately. And we'll start to windshield wiper our legs. We'll drop our knees to our left, drop our knees to our right. We'll do that a few times each direction. And then we'll take our knees over to the left and we'll keep them there. So you can stay here if you want more of the stretch here through the front of your hip. If you need it more through your back, then you can stack your legs. And so pick a variation that feels the best in your body. And allow yourself to stay, to breathe into it, to offer this sense of cooling and balance where you feel tension, heat, and resistance. And then we'll come back to the center. And we'll gently switch sides. We'll take our knees to our right. So again, you can keep your legs staggered or you can stack your legs. So pick a version that feels the best in your body, that helps you to invite a sense of cooling, softness, calming. And then we'll come back to the center. We'll draw our knees back in to our chest. And then we'll bring the soles of our feet together on the mat. We'll let our knees open apart. And again, we'll pause here for a moment. Take your arms anywhere that it's comfortable for you. Try and let go of any grip or resistance. And then we'll gently draw our knees back into our chest. Again, taking a moment to massage your back. And then we'll take a long stretch. We'll extend our arms and our legs out in opposition. We'll take an inhale as we squeeze everything from head to toe, creating tension. And as we exhale, we'll sigh and release. We'll do that 2 more times. We'll take a deep breath in. We create tension, feel the tension. And as you exhale, soften and release. One more. We'll take a deep breath in. We create tension, feel it. And as we exhale, we release. And we'll let our arms come down. We take a moment to find a comfortable resting position. Remembering that you can use any props or any position of your body that feels good to you. You'll close your eyes and you'll start to soften your breath. You begin to take yourself to a place of peace, to a place of rest, to a place of ease. And as you breathe in, you open to receiving whatever it is that your heart and soul need. And as you breathe out, you'll let go of anything and everything that no longer serves you. Taking a few moments to rest in great peace. And you'll take 3 or 4 more deep breaths. You'll start to move your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. You'll take your time, but as you're ready, you'll find your way back to an easy seated posture. And again, we'll sit up as tall as we can. We'll find a long, tall spine and let our arms rest by our sides. We're going to do a short round of Chandra Vedana. It's a breathing exercise to bring a bit of cooling and calming to our system. And so we're going to close our right nostril and we'll inhale through our left, and then we'll close our left and exhale through our right. So if you've ever done alternate nostril, it's similar to that, but we won't switch sides. So each time you'll inhale through the left and exhale through the right. So we're just going to take 6 to 8 breaths. So you can bring your right hand up. You're going to close your right nostril and inhale through the left. Then close your left and exhale through the right. And you'll close the right, inhale through the left. And exhale through the right. And just repeat that a few more times. And just begin to release it. Let your arm relax. Take a few free, clear breaths. And just allow yourself to notice how you feel. That's a great breath to do to bring a bit more calm to your system. So if you're feeling tense and stressed, if you feel a bit of anxiety, that's a great way to create more balance in your system. We'll take a deep breath in. We'll sweep our arms back up and overhead. And as we exhale, we'll let our hands return to our heart. We take a moment to seal our practice, to honor what we did for our mind, our body, and our spirit. And then we take a moment to come back to our intention. We take a moment to come back to our gratitude. Thank you for the energy and the beauty that you each bring. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find freedom, know peace, and walk through the world with ease. I bow to you. Namaste. Good job.